Are you a virgin? Yes. Where do you think you would be if you never customized or restored a pair of sneakers? In all honesty, I would probably be in the exact same spot that I am right now, just without the shoes and the YouTube channel and stuff like that, because without the shoes and the restorations and all that, there would really be nothing for me to make videos on. So I think that I would just be working a full-time job, trying to support my family like every other person on planet Earth. What's the best way to clean brushes after painting? To answer your question, click this video right here. Who is the best star to rock J's not named Shane O'Mac? Come on, bro, you took away almost the only answer. The only other person besides Shane O'Mac that I can think of right now is Enzo Amore, and believe it or not, Kevin Nash. And if you don't believe me, go back and Google Kevin Nash Air Jordan Bred 11, and you will see that he wore a pair of Bred 11s on an episode of Nitro. Too sweet! Bullet Club or Shield? In terms of impact, Bullet Club, because they just destroy and ruin everything. They're awesome, but the only thing about them is that they have the potential to have that NWO syndrome where they're just going to get too big one day. And if they get too big, in all honesty, I will just lose interest in the Bullet Club. So if I had to choose between the Bullet Club or the Shield as a whole factor thing here, I would definitely choose the Shield because there's only 3 members and they made just as much of an impact with 3 members as the Bullet Club did with like, what, 1,000 now? What are your top 5 sneakers of 2016? I'm very happy that you asked that question because, to be totally honest with you, that is going to be an entire video within itself. I plan on doing my top 5 pickups of 2016 and the top 5 shoes that I actually missed out on as well, so be on the lookout for those 2 videos coming in the very near future. Are you religious? If I had to guess, you seem like an atheist. Now, I wouldn't really say that I'm an atheist. It's not that I don't believe in anything, it's just that I don't really know what I believe in just yet. Now, I know that I'm coming up to the age of 30, and to really not know what I believe in terms of religion, some people might look at me and be like, yo, you really need to get your stuff together. But the fact of the matter is, if you're not 100% sure about what you believe in, it does not matter what your age is. Me, for example, I just have not had something happen in my life up until kind of recently that made me really question what's going on. But to answer your question, like, long story short type deal, I definitely believe in something much bigger than us as a collective human race. I just don't know what it is. What are your top 3 hardcore bands and your top 3 non-hardcore bands? Alright, so my top 3 all-time, are we going top 3 all-time? We're just gonna do top 3 all-time. My top 3 all-time hardcore bands would have to be the Rival Mob. This is in no particular order, by the way. The Rival Mob, American Nightmare, and Caught in a Crowd. And as far as my non-hardcore groups, and I mean, does that, like, this is such an open-ended question, man. Like, is like hip-hop, any other type? I'm just gonna choose the first 3 names that come to my mind. A Tribe Called Quest, The Game, and it's actually a lot harder to narrow it down to just 3. Tribe Called Quest, The Game. Right this moment, I think I'd have to give it to Kendrick. So yeah, Tribe Called Quest, The Game, and Kendrick Lamar. When are you going to do another one of those Did I Cop videos? The ones where you try to buy the shoes online. In all honesty, my man, I will probably not be doing a lot of those. Not because I don't want to, I definitely want to make more of those videos. It's just that I don't really cop shoes on release day. I try my best to get a better deal later on after release, but if it's a shoe that I know that the lowest price that I can get it at is retail, I definitely try to get it on the release day. So any shoe that I'm interested in, if I have to get it online, there will be a video of me trying to get them online. I hope that answers your question. If I had to tell you if I'm going to be doing it in the near future, I can't even think of a release right now that I want to get, so I'm sorry, man, I don't know when the next one's gonna be. If you had to choose to give up one forever between watching and following wrestling or collecting and restoring kicks, which one would you choose? I would choose to stop watching wrestling because right now it is shocking. There are way too many pay-per-views, way too many just loose ends at the end of a storyline. There's like no long-term storylines, they're all short-term. Like, I can't get invested in a month-long storyline where you just you feud for a couple of weeks, you have your match at the pay-per-view, and then that's it. That has been happening so much lately, and I'm getting over it. So I would definitely choose to keep restoring and collecting shoes in my life, and I would just take that wrestling stuff and just right to the side. Shout out to my homie DJ Classic. Teach me that one. To the side. What's your wife's favorite pair of shoes? Now that's a difficult one. I would have to say her favorite pair of shoes would probably be her pair of Bred 4s, but they don't fit her. They are a half size too big. So as far as the actual shoes that fit her, it would probably be the Flyknit Air Force 1 that I just got her for her birthday, or a pair of Air Max 1s. I'm not entirely 100% sure on the name. I'll go grab them for you real quick. Just kidding, they were not a pair of Air Max 1s. They were a pair of Air Max 90s. They are the New York Cheesecake Women's Air Max 90s. These things are dope, man. They got that little strawberry print on the back heel, and they're just like, I don't even know. They're just dope, dope, dope! Have you ever bought unauthorized sneakers? Why, yes, I have, and I still have to get, one second. I have them right here. Hopefully you guys can't see my ass crack. There we go. They are right here. I bought them for the intense purposes of actually just trying to figure out what a pair of unauthorized shoes were, because I couldn't get these companies to send them to me in the beginning of my YouTube career. So I paid, I think it was like 60 bucks for these, and like they're just the cool gray 11s. They're unauthorized, and I wore them. I just wanted to see like what the difference was. But these are a pair of unauthorized cool gray 11s. And to be honest with you, like, they look fine. I don't wear them. I wore them once just to, like, you know, get a wear test in, see if they felt any different to another pair of 11s. But like, this is how you can tell that they are, like, you can't do that on normal J's. See this? Look, I'm just ripping up the outsole. That's my proof right there that they're unauthorized. I did that. I've worn these once. I wore them one time and I could do that. So that's the quality control on a pair of unauthorized Jordans. Like I said, I bought them for like 60 or 70 bucks. And yeah, see you later. Jeez. How did you prompt yourself as an entrepreneur to expand your clientele? In all honesty, it all came naturally. Like, I did not put that much of an effort into, I think the best way that I can really say, I'm having a hard time explaining this one right now, and I'm just gonna keep it raw so you guys can actually see my thought process here, but eventually the work just started speaking for itself, and people wanted to see the work that I did for themselves, and then the reputation built from there. I managed to just maintain communication with customers. The actual time frame that I gave them, if I was going to be even a day late on that time frame, I would let them know well in advance. And you just got to keep your communication intact. You have to be transparent, and you just don't be shady. Like, just don't be a shady character, and people will start to trust you. And once you start gaining the trust of the community, you will be able to build your clientele up, because then you start forming your reputation, and your reputation is everything. Do you eat Mexican food? What? Do I eat Mexican food? What kind of question is that? Like, who doesn't eat Mexican food? No, I don't eat Mexican food. Yes, I eat Mexican food. Can I send Jordans from the States to be restored? Some white metallic 5s. Yes, my dude, absolutely you can. Right now, I am a little bit overbooked with the restorations. I'll just show you guys if you want to see here. This is my pile of restorations at the moment. I think that it is a complete disaster. Oh, gotta get that going here. Just realized that the actual exposure, you guys couldn't see anything, but this is my actual work pile right now. All these shoes all over the place. We got so many shoes sitting here. Anyways, back to the Q&A. But anyways, like I was saying, I have a lot of shoes to get through. That's a lot of content right there. A lot of double stuff, though. There's gonna be some boxes there that I don't make videos on, but that's not answering your question at all. I talk way too much. Yes, you can send them to me. Just remember, I am in Australia, so the shipping to and from is going to be shocking. I can try to work my prices around with you guys so it's actually affordable if you want to get your work done by me, but just understand that the shipping is going to kill your bank account. Have you ever done a custom or restoration for someone that went wrong or they did not like it? Yeah, actually, I wouldn't really say that they didn't like it. It definitely went wrong, but it's a big part of the reason why I said that I no longer want to work on shoes from the year 2016 and earlier, because before I knew about, you know, like things like the poly stripper, I'm looking up at it right now, it's right there, I'm not grabbing it though. Before I learned about things like the poly stripper and other methods of actually removing paint from the midsole, all I had was acetone, and people were bringing me things like Mars 4s, and acetone is so harsh on these midsoles, and it literally, I had a friend, I was cleaning off. I was actually removing the paint off of the midsole, and it just deformed the entire midsole on these pair of Mars 4s. He understood because it was also the age of the shoe with how harsh the chemical acetone is. I didn't charge him full price or anything like that. I felt horrible. He was fine with it. I wasn't. I didn't think that it was up to my standard, but yeah, that would be the story on a restoration that I was not fully happy with. How do you deal with hate? Oh, that is a good question because I have been getting a lot of hate recently. Not on any of my recent videos because pretty much all the people that support and actually get behind me follow my recent videos. It's the ones that went kind of viral that all have like the, you know, the 50,000 to 100,000 plus views. You just get people on there that don't understand, like, I'm trying to make a video to be informative for you and you're sitting here like taking shots. Like, you just gotta go to my Soul Shield video and see the comments. Like, seriously, there's so much nonsense in there. But the best way to do it is just kill them with kindness if you have to respond. But if you can't kill them with kindness and you feel that you need to bury them, like the haters, the people that are leaving these comments on you, make sure that you use enough dirt to ensure that they never come back. Sarcasm, agreeing with them, there's ways to deal with these trolls, man. I'm telling you right now, what they want is your first emotional instinct reaction. Don't give them that. How do you manage to juggle restoration time, work time, and personal time? I find I'm limited to the weekends only for restorations. Well, Paul Giovanni, you sound a lot like me because I only do my restoration and YouTube work on the weekend because I have a full-time 40-hour-a-week job, and that makes it so I can't come into my natural habitat with all my tools and the shoes and work on this massive pile of sneakers over here that I just want to get done in one day and I'll never be able to do it. But like I said, you need to form habits. Motivation cannot be artificially created. You either have it or you don't. A quick example, every single Friday night I always G myself up. I just tell myself I'm going to wake up early on Saturday, I'm gonna bang out a couple of shoes, I can't wait to get over here and start filming videos, but the reality of the matter is I wake up on a Saturday, I hate myself, I'm trying to recharge from the crazy week at work that just went by, and that's where your habits kick in. If you can make yourself, you know, if you guys can make yourself just do something that you don't want to do for 2 to 3 weeks, eventually it will just become part of your routine. And once it's part of your routine, time management will no longer be a problem. So even if you don't feel like restoring shoes or anything else for that matter, it doesn't have to be restoring shoes, during the time off that you have for yourself finally at the end of the week, just do it. Because once it's part of your routine, like I said, no more worries. How old are you? I'm 29, turning 30 in like literally 10 days. Approximately, how much is your collection worth? I love the vids, by the way. Thank you so much for your support, and I actually have an app that tells me how much my collection is worth, so we are going to go in there right now. It is the Sneaker Price Guide app. I remember they put out the book, and then they put out an app and rendered the book completely useless, which I bought the book anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Should I update? I should update. I don't think that I've updated everything that's in my collection, huh? You guys gotta give me a second. Yo, the value of my collection dropped by like $4,000. Jordan Brand, you are actually like succeeding in destroying the resale market. What is going on? My collection is worth roughly resale value $7,315, and apparently in terms of the retail, which I didn't pay retail for a lot of these shoes, I paid mostly under retail, but according to this app it says about $4,210. Damn, I could buy a car for that much. I could buy a new iMac for that much. Should I sell my whole collection, or should I make a video on it? Alright, so that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this Q&A session. I try to do a Q&A session at least once a month, depending on how many questions you guys have for me. So if I did not answer your question in this video, make sure you check my other Q&A videos because there is a very good chance that someone had already asked that question and I answered it in a previous video. If not, I do apologize. I got a lot of questions this time around. I got over 100 questions between my YouTube and my Instagram, so I was only able to choose around 20. But don't fret, don't worry. I try to get to everyone's questions, so I do apologize if I did not answer yours. But don't let it frustrate you. Leave the question again in the comment section of this video right now. Be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me in growing the channel. I hope you... Why did I just do that? Like, what was the point of me looking at? Was I going to show you something over here? Like, nah, maybe you just need to close out the video, Chase. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning into my channel, and if you like any of the stuff that you see here, Rejuvenator, all that, links will be in the description down below. Discount codes for everything. Everything except for Angelus. Just kidding about the Angelus. No discount code for Angelus. Full price for Angelus. Sponsor me, Angelus. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning into my channel, and as always, let me hear it. I heard you. Have yourself a good day. Peace.